Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in our fourth event in the International Education Series. My name is Catherine Cornejo, and I'm the coordinator for Hispanic Affairs here at Eastern New Mexico University. And for our presentation today, we have Jeawoon Oh, international exchange student from South Korea pursuing a degree in political science. She will give a presentation about South Korea's culture, Korean alphabet, history, foods, and distinctions between North and South Korea, and the differences between the United States and Korea. And she will be incorporating vivid pictures to portray Korean culture. This is just a reminder that you are encouraged to participate via the chat box here, and there will also be a survey at the end of the presentation, and we greatly appreciate your response. I will now take it away.
Okay. Hello guys, my name is Jeawoon Oh. It becomes June when you pronounce June quickly, so please call me June. And I'm an exchange student from Korea, so I'm here to introduce about South Korea. I learned more about Korea while preparing for the presentation, and I could reflect some things that were obvious to me. So thank you so much to Diana and Annabelle for this great opportunity. I know it's really hard to concentrate for a long time, so I tried to make the presentation fun and not boring, so you can be interested in Korea. I hope you enjoy. Okay, let me pull out the screen. Okay, I think the screen is on. Let's start with the table of contents first. I'm going to give some of the basic information about Korea, and then let's do some study about Korean letter, Hangul, and then talk about traditional clothes and houses, and the differences between Korea and America. What I found really interesting. So let's start with this map. Korea is a peninsula country with neighboring countries of China, Russia, and Japan in Asia. The first form of the country was called Joseon, which was founded in 2333 before Christ and remained until 108 before Christ. It's too old to imagine, right? Joseon was founded on the basis of the Bronze Age culture, so we can assume that extent of the territory with the bronze sword, which was found from the locations that is marked on the map. I found the myth of Joseon interesting and fun, so I wanted to introduce it to you guys. There was a tiger and a bear who wanted to be people. So the king from the sky who founded Joseon told them that they could become a human if they do not come out of the cave and eat garlic for 100 days. However, the tiger failed, but the bear succeeded and became a woman and married to the son of the king. This story is originally assumed that the bear tribe won after a tribal battle with the tiger tribe. So it's far from the original story, but the reason why this myth is interesting is because people created humors after the COVID situation. People say that Koreans have been eating the garlic since then to become an ethnic group of garlic, and during the quarantine for 100 days, So there are not many infected people in Korea. Of course, it's not true, but it is true that garlic is good for your body. The size of Korea is similar to that of England and Finland. But in this way, you might not know how small is Korea. Now, with this image, you can notice that Korea is such a small country, since the size of the New Mexico is 1.5 times larger than South Korea. Korea is only country that has been divided into North and South due to ideological conflict since the Cold War. South Korea, where I was born and raised, is also called as Republic of Korea. South Korea has been able to trade with other countries for a long time because it has three sides of the sea. Moreover, there are about 3,300 islands, including Dokdo, making it the fourth largest island country in the world. The reason I mentioned about Dokdo is because I want to tell you guys it's not Takeshima. Please don't call it with that term because Dokdo is Korea's territory. The climate in Korea is distinct in 4 seasons. Summer, it is super hot and humid, and very cold in winter. Especially, Korea's fall is so beautiful because there are so many mountains, like more than 4,200 mountains. That's a lot of mountains. So that you can see the various colors of the leaves. Another thing you might see often in Korea is Buddhism temples in mountains. There's no diplomatic religion in South Korea, and more than half of people are non-religious. So the reason why I bring up Buddhism is because, first, I heard that Americans are not really used to Buddhism. And second, I want to tell you that the symbol of Buddhism is not the symbol of Nazi. People from Germany, when they visited Korea, they always get shocked. So I just wanted to tell you it's different. It's not tilted shape, so it's different. Please don't think it's the same thing. There are many temples with traditional Korean house type looking in mountains because monks located the temple in places with good scenery 1,000 years ago. So please don't freak out when you see the symbol of Buddhism. Let's talk about population. About 52 million people are living in South Korea, which is ranking 28th in the world, according to the last year's statistics. I brought this image because I thought it's hilarious to compare it to Australia, and you can see that so many people living in such a small land. As of 2018, the birth rate was 0.98, and last year it was 0.84, which recorded as the lowest among the countries in the world. This is Korea's national flag called Taegukgi. Taeguk means the shape of circle in the corner, and it represents the source of all beings and values. The Taegukgi you can see in the screen was made around 1890, and it is known as the oldest flag left in Korea to this day. No. Wait. Okay. I'll show my screen. You can see the flag behind me. This flag is the current flag. So I'll explain the meaning one by one. The tanuki is composed of a white background with a tag pattern in the middle and 4 trigrams of the corner. It's called kon, kun, kam, bi, but let's just call it the bars for convenience. The white background represents brightness, purity, and the ethnicity of Koreans who traditionally love peace. The tag pattern in the center symbolizes the harmony of yin and yang. So yin is blue and yang is red, and symbolizing the mother's nature, truth that all things and values in the universe are created and developed by the interaction of yin and yang. These 3 bars is called kon, and this represents sky. 3, 4, 5, 6, but I'll go with 3, 6, 5, 4. Next, this one is kun, and this represents earth. Kam represents water, and bi represents fire. Yin and yang is not familiar concepts in Western culture, so you may not understand well, but I think you can take it as a meaning that everything should be harmonious. Okay, let's go back to the screen. Okay, let's move on to the Korean letter, Hangul. And I'll show you the video first.
One day, everyone will see that I'm not just a girl picture. I'm Sarah.
Yes. Would it be a so stop screen or up here. This one.
Yeah, you can click play there. Click stop screen share. And then you'll start it again and you'll click where your video was. There you go.
Oh, okay.
And then when you're done,
mute?
no, you're fine. And then when you're done, you can just stop screen share again and then start it up where your PowerPoint went.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to this. Okay. I hope everyone can see the video. Let's start. This with you.
English is hard. I know. If you can speak English, you think it's easy. But if you're a beginner, English actually takes common sense. For example, the word listen has a T of the right and listening. Now, have a kid. Is not yes or yeah. It's yeah. What that is you can tell English is hard, and Chinese is even harder. It's not one word, so what it is but what's that? Count always about shape instead of 24. Instead, what you are is shiz. There is only it is. Instead of silent letters, you write exactly what you say. That's millions of words. Because the language becomes easy. To read, simple ways to write, simple ways to
Okay, let's start watching. I would like to thank to this guy. Am I doing the right thing? Oh, but yeah, I think you guys can see my screen, right? Okay. There are more than 7,000 languages in the world, of which only few doesn't have letters. Among them, Hangul is the only letter in the world we know who made it and how the letters were constructed. Also, linguists in the world was surprised by the scientific principles of Hangul and how easy to learn the system. There are so many languages, but you can see on the screen that many of the languages use alphabet. So, yeah. At the time around 104,000, 1400, Joseon Dynasty used characters from China, as you watched on the YouTube video. But however, the number of characters are very high, and it is very complicated and difficult to learn. Only few males who are rich and who don't need to harvest crops could study Chinese characters. King Sejong the Great felt so sorry for his people because they could not post an appeal to the king if something unfair happened to them. The king thought that letters do not discriminate between status and gender, so all people should be able to read and write. The king also thought that if more people could read and write letters, the language could become abundant. Therefore, King Sejong created a unique Korean letter, Hangul, which can be also told as custom-made letter for Koreans. And he is still regarded as the most noble king because of his generous heart for his people. There are 14 consonants and 10 basic vowels in Hangul. The consonants were modeled after vocal organs because King Sejong cut the head of dead bodies and studied all the vocal organs. Yeah, and it is made by observing movements in the mouth, tongue, and throat. So it looks like it. So let's see. The first letter sound like G. It's G. So if you say G, you can feel the tongue, the back of the tongue might go up. So it represents that movement. And next letter sound like N. It's N. And when you say N, your front part of the tongue will hit the top of your mouth and go down. So it looks like the second letter. Vowels are just the combinations of 3 shapes. A dot you can see on the screen is a representation of sky, and each of the 2 bars they represent earth and people. So you can combine those 3 letters to make vowels. Hangul is a phonetic alphabet, so it is able to express almost all sounds. There is a system in Korean letter, so it is different from a random combination of alphabets. It is known that people with university level education can fully understand and use the system of Hangul in an hour, even if people are not Korean. So if you guys study this system, you can write Hangul in an hour. Hangul is also considered the most optimized digital character for digital because it is very simple. This is the keyboard for smartphones. You can see how simple it is. You can put so many meanings in few letters regardless of the number of letter limit. So as you can see on the screen, see you tomorrow. On that sentence, you have 14 letters, but that translated into Korean with 3 letters. So it's more short. Okay. I'm going to show you 2 videos which contains Korea's traditional song. The first one is the original traditional song called Pansori. There is 1 singer and 1 drummer. So let's see. No.
정말 아니냐?
Oh no.
So you can move to the next page.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure we are clear that the viewers are not working. So we move forward to the next.
Sorry, I didn't know that you guys cannot hear anything. I have to show you guys one more video, but next, I have to show one more video.
Just the videos you're talking. But when you talk, yeah, it's just the videos are lagging.
Okay.
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
It's text.
Okay.
That's just like
So just go to the next.
Okay. Well, you guys could not hear the song. You can saw the outfit. It's Korea's traditional clothes. Let's see the next video. We should hear something. Oh, wait, before, can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Thank you. Yeah, this video is promotional video to introduce the capital city Seoul. So the music in the video is new type of music combined with traditional, which you should have heard. In the first video, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, this music is combined with traditional and modern elements. And you can see some of the good places in Seoul while watching this video. let's move to the next one. Okay, good. Videos.
Just go to the next slide.
Oh, I prepared a few videos. That's sad. Okay. You could see at the first video about the traditional song in Korea. So the singer was wearing this cloth. This is traditional clothes of Korea, hanbok. If you watch The Kingdom on Netflix, you can see the differences of the clothes between ordinary people and royalty during the Joseon dynasty. It is highly recommended series. So yeah. I would like to talk about Korean pop songs. How I have another video, but I put this video because I wanted to show the performances, so I think it'll be fine without the music. Oh, I can see the chat. BTS is still big. Yeah, I'm glad that you know BTS. I wanted to show you guys how big is the performances in K-pop music. So if you want to listen to K-pop, I recommend it with the video, not just music. So performances are really good. And I want to introduce you about Korean film. I think you guys might have heard about Parasite because it had won so many prizes and including Oscar. This is Joon Oh, producer. I prepared another video to introduce about this video of this film and show you guys about this food. This is a kind of a ramen. It's called spaghetti, and there's a scene which they're cooking this, and I've heard that many people in America and all over the countries they bought this food and make it exactly the same on the scene from this film. So I know you guys cannot hear anything, but let's watch it just a little. So in this film, you can see that they are putting beef in the ramen, and I've actually mm, I've never eat that with the beef, but everyone who made that said it was really good. So maybe you can try this. You can buy this from Amazon. Yeah, okay. I prepared some differences between Korea and the USA. So in Korea, school starts on March. In I have to talk with the age thing. For me, I'm 25 in Korea and 23 in here. So the reason why is that it's because I was born in 1998, but in Korea, babies are 1 year old as soon as they're born, and everyone ages on 1 year older at the same day on New Year's Day. So if you are born in December 31st, you are 1 year old right after you're born, and then you get 1 year more the next day. So you get your 2 years old. So I was born in January and the school starts on March. So I had to go early. So I'm friends with the guys and friends who were born on 1997. So I'm 2 years older in Korea. I hope you guys get that. And next one, the grading system is really different. In Korea, they use relative grading system. I don't know I translated this right, but for example, if you get a 97 on your exam, let's imagine. And if there are so many people who got 100, you might get C or B, because only 4% can get an A and 10% get B. So we have to keep compare each other. And okay, next one, Medicare. I said that going to hospital and getting medicine is really expensive in United States. So I bought this. I hope you can see this. It says the medicine total price was $30, and it is real cheap because I have so many medicines here. I think it can be more than 100 medicine for $30. If you go to hospital when you get cold, it might cost about $5 to see the doctor. And if you get the medicine for a week, just for 5 days or 7 days, it costs about $3. So it's very cheap. In South Korea, let's say they do not have the DNA genetically, which make bad smell from the sweat. So even if a Korean sweat, they do not smell bad. It's genetically something, I think. So most of the Koreans do not use deodorant. They've no odor. I think it's interesting. And we don't say bless you in Korea when someone sneezes. So I have to keep that in my mind when someone sneezes, and so I can say bless you. So I think it's the American thing to say bless you when someone sneezes. And in Korea, the smog from China and dust from Mongolian desert, it covers all the sky, so you cannot see blue skies. And I was really surprised and amazed by beautiful sky here. I really love to see sky here. And in Korea, we don't use miles, ounces, inches, something like that. The measurement scale is different. And in Korea, we use Celsius, and I think you use Fahrenheit, so it's different. And we use the electricity is different, and I can show you this. This is my laptop cable, and it looks like round shape. So I have to put this little thing because you guys use 110 volt. It looks different, right? And passport, right? Korea has the world's best passport, which is good for traveling. I can show you. It looks like this. And that means there are a lot of countries that Koreans can enter the country without a visa or arrival visa. I could go to Europe without visa, but I have to come here with visa. And word order is different, which means that if I say in English, I had dinner, I had pizza last night. Let's say I had pizza last night. In Korea, you have to say I last night pizza had. So the order is different. So it makes me so crazy when I speak English because I have to translate into English because my mind is in Korean and it's so complicated. And there are no guns in Korea, no drugs in Korea. I was so surprised that I could smell the weed here. So it was a new new experience to me. And actually I was a little bit nervous about the guns in America before I came here. But I think here it's really peaceful place. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's already about time to finish. Yeah, that's all I prepared for today's presentation. And I really hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. Thank you so much.
Wait, we're gonna do questions.
Oh, questions. Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for that presentation. It was really beautiful. Thank you for sharing how the culture is in Korea. So if you're ready to answer some questions, we got a bunch for you coming in. So let's see, the first one. We have a bunch of lovely comments. It's kind of hard to find the questions. Okay, here's the first question. Will there ever be a possibility for North and South Korea to unite like East and West Germany?
Well, I really hope that they could be reunited, but it's not between the North and South problem, I think, because of the nuclear which North have. United States, no offense, America don't like North Korea having that nuclear. And people around Korea, you saw the map that Korea is peninsula country, so many powerful countries, they don't want us to be reunited. So I really hope so. Yeah. Next. Let's see. Okay.
Hi everybody. I think if you scroll up, there's a few more. Yeah, over there. Yeah. How do people in South Korea feel about the U.S. military station in South Korea?
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know how most of the people think about U.S. military, but for me, I actually don't like it because they're poisoning the territory. they just spread all the water, mud, without any refreshed water. Does that make sense? And if Americans, they commit crime in Korea, they don't get any punishment. So once there was a really bad car accident, which was inside the U.S. military station in Korea. So yeah, I think it's not that good. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Oh, you guys didn't see my passport? It looks like this. It's green. Yeah. Is there any questions? Would you point out on the map where are you from? Oh, I'm from Seoul. Oh, okay. I'm from this place, Seoul. It's Middle East. I call it Middle East. Yeah. How did you find the English alphabet and learning English? Actually, students in Korea have to learn English from elementary school. It is mandatory. So for me, I've learned it for many years. So I haven't really think about. It's really difficult language. Yeah, but there was not many experience to speak English, so I can write and read really well, but lack of speaking. I don't know why people are asking her political and military. Oh. How? Can I? Oh. What's your favorite thing about Korea and what do you miss most? Um, I think Korea is mecca of food and taste. And I didn't have time to introduce Korea's food today, but I really miss food a lot. There are lots of food. Can you pass me those? Thank you. I brought some kimchi in my refrigerator. I bought it from Amazon. It's fried kimchi, and there's kimchi look like this. This. Almost every Koreans have kimchi in their house, and people in Korea love kimchi so much, so they created a refrigerator for only kimchi. Yeah. Could you say something in Korean for us? 안녕, 고마워. it's hi and thank you. Where do you like to hang out in Seoul? I really like the Han River. I think the most famous river in the world will be the Seine in France. But when I went to France, I saw the Seine River and it was so brown and so small river. So yeah, and then I came back to Korea and searched about it. And Han River in Korea was 5 times bigger than Seine River in France. So I was really impressed about it. So I really like to go to the riverside and like a picnic and deliver chicken and beer, something like that. Yeah, it's nice. You are 1 year old as soon as you're born, and if you're born at the end of the year, then you turn, yeah, so you are 2 years old when if you're born right before the New Year's Day. Are Korean dramas just as popular as K-pop? And besides Kingdom, do you have any other favorite K-dramas? Oh yeah, I think dramas are really popular. I'm not sure it's popular in USA, but um, I think you can check it on Netflix. There are so many good K-dramas. There's nothing come in my mind, so sorry. Yes, Van, you're 2 years old when you're born, right before the day, New Year's Day. So, oh, and Koreans have Lunar New Year's Day. So I think it's different to count ages in a lunar way, I think. Yeah. Is there any questions? More questions?
June, there's a question. Someone asked, what is your favorite dish?
Favorite dish. My favorite dish. It's called samgyeopsal. It's Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue, and it is so delicious. In Korea, we don't have one plate dish, one plate food. We have rice and then many other side dishes. So you can eat with rice. So kimchi is one of those side dishes. Where is, oh, it's, could you spell that food you mentioned? You can look it up on YouTube with like Korean barbecue. I don't really know how to spell samgyeopsal in English, but let's see. Okay. Size 7. You forget the ocean. And M doesn't have ocean. You forgot the ocean. Let's see size 7. Oh, I was talking about the size of Korea. So this yellow one is New Mexico. And the blue one is South Korea. So New Mexico is 1.5 times larger than South Korea. Am I doing right? That question was about? Yeah. Oh. Do you have a favorite new Mexican or American dish? Well, Mexican or American dish? I really like the taquitos and I really like tortilla. Yeah, I think it's really good. But American dish, I don't think what's American dish like pizza or hamburger.
Yeah,
Is that? I think that's fast food, not like real
Yeah.
real food. Sorry. So yeah, you should try chili. No, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I don't know what is this, but I definitely, yeah, should check this out.
I think there's one final question, June, and they just want to know what your experience was like as an exchange student at the Enmu through the pandemic.
Oh, before coming here, I was so excited because oh wow, I'm finally going to United States, and then I came here. I know it was pandemic, but oh, and that's the reason I choose to come here because I thought it was more safe than other big cities. The New Mexico is more safe. But I could not meet many friends, and I really like being around by many people back in Korea. But here I could not make a lot of friends, so it was really hard for me. But people here are so nice, and yeah, I could learn many different things that I could not learn in Korea. So it was a huge experience and so good experience for me. Yeah.
Again, don't forget to take the survey at the end of this presentation. It was so lovely. Thank you for sharing with us. And to thank you at Multicultural Affairs for giving you this Eastern New Mexico University t-shirt.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah. And our next event during the International Education Series is about Ghana, history, culture, and tradition. Our very own James is going to be presenting for us, and he's a graduate student from Ghana, and he's pursuing a degree in communications, and he will focus on the major interests that one would like to know about Ghana, including its history, educational system, economy, sports, religion, culture, and traditions. And he will also be using lots of pictures and videos to help all of us understand what Ghana has to offer. So be on the lookout for that registration link in your email, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Oh, if you have more questions about Korea, I would, you can send an email about questions of Korea. Yeah. Thank you so much.